What's going on YouTube? Mike from MTG Vintage Crack here, and I'm going to be playing some Arena. As you can see in the top right, I'm going to be playing a deck I'm calling Rainbow Control, emphasis on the troll. Basically, Arena's broken, and I keep getting the system message about the store even though I'm not using it. But anyway, it's a 5-color deck that's just got tons of planeswalkers and 5-color good stuff. And a bunch of like token generators and white seal away type effects, so it's pretty funny, and you think it would do really poorly, but it actually wins at least half the time, so I just wanted to show it off a bit. Looks like we've got a match. So I would consider this a pretty decent hand for this deck, mostly because I can cast this Urban Utopia on turn 2 and get access to all the colors pretty early. This deck is pretty white heavy because of the removal, so we'll probably see tons of planes along the way. And there's a settle. We'll fake like we're just playing some blue right now. Oh, an opponent passes, very interesting. I'd say this deck is probably light on the green, so it's better to just cast it on the forest. Alright, so here's our first seal away type of effect now. An opponent passes turn again. I'm not sure if they're just slow playing, or if they've got nothing. If we were on our 4th turn, I'd say let's cast the Ajani and see where it goes, but we can't, so we're just going to drop, I guess, a swamp? Okay, Forerunner of the Empire, what does that do? Search for a dinosaur card? Sure. I believe there's like a Polyraptor infinite combo with this card as well, but I don't think that's where this is going. And I probably don't want to play the Ajani right now because it'll just get attacked and I won't get any benefit out of it. Oh, they might actually be going for the combos here. So we'll just leave up the seal away. And there's 2 to us. Another reason why it was bad to play the Ajani. Hopefully he attacks in, yep, and then we'll just seal that away. And playing mono red, I don't think they're going to have any way to get rid of that enchantment. Unfortunately, my deck made me look kind of stupid and we haven't drawn a single planes yet. But we could cast the Teferi. The +1, the Death Spitter brings it back down to 2. I wouldn't have got much use out of it, but just to show off the sheer willpower of this deck, let's try it. Okay, that was pretty cool, right? And we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just trophy the Death Spitter and tick the Teferi up. Sure. And obviously they're going to attack. And that'll let us get at least one more +1 out of Teferi. Good, so we'll be able to last a little bit longer if they don't play anything with haste. We finally did draw planes. So we could play the War Leader, we could play the Ajani. It probably makes sense to play the War Leader first so we can have some targets for Ajani's +1, which is to put a counter on up to 2 creatures. We'll draw a card, see what we get. Another Leonin War Leader, sure. Why not? And in case they play some weird haste stuff, we can settle the wreckage and stay alive. Although I think we're going to see some removal right now, some burn spells. As I thought. Hopefully they just pass the turn again. Cool, they did. So we're probably just going to play another War Leader, right? I don't want to play the Gateway Plaza because I want to have my mana up to possibly settle if I have to. Before I play land though, why don't I just draw a card in case I get a land I do want to play? There's the system message again. By the way, super annoying. I'm not even bothered right now, but except by your messages. I was gonna play the War Leader, but I guess there's no use in playing Vraska yet. We'll just play a War Leader. Almost forgot to play my land. I think I do have at least one Syncopate in this deck. It'd be nice to draw that. Wow, and to kill another War Leader, but I guess that's okay because there's plenty more in this deck. So I feel better about playing the Gateway Plaza now that we have all these lands up. But I guess it makes sense to draw a card first, right? And now we can play the Dream Meter on their turn. So we're definitely going to bounce that back to their hand. Let's see if we can find that counter for the next time they play it. I do want the Chromatic Lantern though. And I think opponent realized that they're not going to get very far. You know, that's really the power of this deck. Alright, we've got a second match now against Tremble. This is almost a really good hand, but got no mana fixing and nothing to play, so we're going to have to pitch it. This is only marginally better, but it is better. I'd rather toss that to the bottom because I'm sure we'll get another land by turn 4. And we are on the draw. And there's the land, so we'll probably be able to cast this guy turn 5. Okay, opponent passes. showing blue might prevent them from playing things while I have 2 mana up, just in case it gets countered. Which is really good for this deck, because in this deck you're really trying to buy time early game. Yeah, I'll just chump that and then probably exile it at some point. This deck can probably deal with the Conclave Tribunals and Sealaways to a degree, because I'm sure they're playing Assassin's Trophy by default as a green-black deck. And I think we're gonna exile it. And we may as well get in for a point of damage and gain a point of life, right? Theoretically, they could pop the Tribunal, but Slimefoot would still have Summoning Sickness, so it's free attack. Cool. I wonder if we should trophy it or settle it. Probably not settle it. I don't think I have anything in my graveyard yet. I could start digging too. You know what? I've got that blocker. Let's start digging a little bit. It could get trophied. I do like the Phoenix. I wish you could cast it. But I guess it's better than taking a Plains, right? I was gonna say, opponent's thinking hard. Well, they can't destroy it with the -3. They can destroy the vampire, but that'd be, in my eyes, a waste. Are they just gonna do nothing? Oh boy. We haven't gotten any of our mana fixing so far this game. There's a chance though. Ooh, Hieromancer's Cage, I like that. And then I guess we get the Vraska. He can, or they can attack Ralph for 3. I don't care. Okay, well, I'd rather they get that out of the way now, because I've got plenty more. Can't get the tribunal. Don't think they're going to be willing to sacrifice another permanent. Once I get enough mana, I'm going to get rid of that once and for all. I mean, they can't activate anything, right? Not the land I really would have wanted in this situation, so we'll +1. I could ult next turn if it doesn't take damage. And I'm gonna make sure of it. I wonder if doing a Settle the Wreckage is better, even though I'm only going to be getting 1 creature with it. I think because they might just kill the war leader and then attack, right? So I'd rather surprise them with a Settle. I still got an Assassin's Trophy and a Meteor Golem in my hand, as well as Murder. I can't cast any of them right now, but we'll get there. At least I have the Plaza next turn. We get it. At least the store's back online. They might sacrifice that locket now. Either with Vraska or its own ability. Just wish they would do something or pass. Cool. So I've got the trophy now, which is good. So I am gonna ult Rawl. And that's how you do it, folks. I told you this deck's really troll. Just pulled off a couple of quick wins. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I really enjoyed playing it.